What is Docker architecture? What are the components we have in Docker architecture? Hi, this is Raviteja. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is day 42 class. In this class, we are going to learn about what is Docker architecture and what is the working procedure of Docker and what are the components we have in Docker architecture. These things we are going to understand in today's class. Make sure that you have to practice well. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today we are going to learn about Docker architecture and working procedure and also what is container and what is image, how we can get the container. These things we are going to understand in today's class. First, I'm going to show you Docker architecture. Let me open. Okay, this is the Docker architecture we have. You can observe clearly. Okay, so the Docker architecture consisting of three parts: client, host, and then registry. Who is client here? If you launch the instance, if you launch the server, in that server, whenever you install Docker, it comes under the host, right? Like it comes under the client server. Okay, by using that server, you can do whatever you want. You can get, okay, from the registry in place of instead of we have the daemon as well. So it's very simple understanding this. So client is whenever you launch the server, in that server you install Docker that comes under the client. Okay, comes under the client server. In that we have remote API as well. Okay, after that we have host. In the host consisting of daemon and containers images. Okay, come to registry, it is having a Docker hub. Okay, so this is the Docker architecture we have. The client is going to do these things: build, pull, and run the containers. Okay, run the container, build the image. Okay, pulling from the container or image. Okay, pulling image. These things we are going to understand how it's going to work. Okay, so this is the architecture we have, and also the client. The client performs build, pull, run operations to communicate with the Docker host. Docker host. What is Docker host? Components contain Docker daemon. In host we are having daemon, containers, and images, right? So Docker daemon, containers, and images. Okay. Docker daemon builds a connection with registry. The daemon is going to build a connection between registry to daemon. Okay, because I will let you know why the connection is needed and what is the purpose we are having. Okay. What is registry? You are able to see here registry, right? So what is registry? Component will be storing in the Docker images. Okay. The Docker images are available at the Docker hub, like registry. Okay. If you create your own image, you can push that image into the Docker registry. You can use whenever you want, you can use it. Okay. The registry is going to having some images. You can take and use them. Okay. Now I want to explain you working procedure of this. How it's gonna work. I want to explain you. Suppose I need yesterday we have done Nginx, right? So we have pulling Nginx from the Docker hub. So similarly, if I want Sonar Cube image, what I supposed to do? I run one single command, which is docker run -- name. The command, whenever I run, it says unable to find locally. I will let you know when I launch the instance, when I launch the Docker, when I install the Docker, you can observe at the time. I will also explain you. Okay, if I want Sonar Cube image, when I run the command, it is going to get the image from where? From the Docker hub. from the registry it is going to getting. Okay. So in Docker Hub, we are having some default images. So you can use them whatever you want. You can use like Apache 2, Nginx, SonarQube, whatever the image you want, you can take from the Docker Hub. Those are default images available at the Docker Hub. Okay. Okay. In Docker Hub, we are having some of the images. Suppose I want SonarQube image from the registry to client. I want this image. How can I get the image? So there is a daemon we are having. The daemon is communicate with the Docker registry. If I ask, the client is going to ask, I want SonarQube image. This daemon will ask and fetch the image from the Docker Hub and pulling that image into the client. Okay. Once you once the SonarQube image you are getting, whenever you say the same command, it is not going to go Docker Hub. Directly the daemon is having the image at once, right? So previously he is having that image. The daemon is having image. So whenever you say the command again, so it is not going to take from the Docker Hub. It's going to take from the daemon itself. Okay. So like the daemon acts as a API. Okay. From the client and also Docker registry, he is going to establish a connection between them. Okay. I think you got to understand. If you do not understand, please go back and watch the video and again come forward. Okay. So I will explain you whenever I am installing the Docker, whenever I am getting the container, we'll be getting understand clearly. Okay. This is the working procedure we have. So if you want any image, you can take. Okay. Here, Docker life cycle. Okay. For human being also having life cycle, right? And also the Docker is also having some life cycle. What is the life cycle? What it's gonna do? Okay. If you have a container, you can start the container. The container is running up, stop the container and exit it. The container has stopped. So this is the life cycle we have. So create a container. So these are the basic commands we are going to understand. Okay, you can observe Docker run for searching, pulling, create, and start. Okay, these commands I want to tell you guys. Okay, now I'm going to launch the instance. Okay, click on launch instance. Docker instance. Okay, and just come down, click on Ubuntu. Here you have to change the instance type. Go with T2 medium. Okay, T2 medium. Just come down, click on key pair. Okay, this is I am having. So click on edit, select the subnet and just create security group. Click on launch instance. Okay, click on these instances. Click on this. So it's still in pending state. Do refresh. Okay, click on connect. Copy this SSH and open Git bash here. Okay, paste it here. Enter. Say yes. Clear this. First command I need to run apt update -y. Sorry, sudo -i. Okay, apt update -y. Clear this. Apt install docker.io. This is the command to install Docker. Here I got to install the Docker, right? So this comes under the client. Okay, now I am the client. So just clear this. So see here what I supposed to do is I want the SonarCube image. Okay. Say ls. I don't have any images. Docker images. Okay, I don't have any Docker images and containers, right? So I want this SonarCube image. How can I get the image? There is a command to get the Docker image. Okay, this command you need to run docker run hyphen name my container one. Okay, and hyphen d detach mode hyphen p port forwarding. What is the default port of SonarCube? Which is 9000, right? So at what port you need to run the SonarCube? 9004 I need to run the. Okay, this is the default port number we are having. This is the default port of SonarCube, and this is the host port number. By using this port number, I need to run the SonarCube. So that's why I put it 9004. You can give whatever the number you want, 9005, 8004, whatever the number you can take in the host port. But the default port is mandatory to assign here. And then the image is, I want the SonarCube image. SonarCube colon latest. This image I want. Okay. You can observe clearly whenever I say enter, unable to find image SonarCube latest locally, right? Unable to have. So here I want the image. I am the client. I want the image which is SonarCube image I want. So the request is going for the daemon. If the daemon is having the image, he will be give without interacting with Docker registry. Okay. Whenever the daemon is also not having the image, then only you will be observed like unable to find image locally. Okay. What happens here? Even the daemon is not having, he is going to ask to the registry. From the registry, he is going to take the SonarCube image, and the image will be given to client. Okay. Like the daemon is acting as a API. Okay. So again, when I say the same thing, like SonarCube, he is not going to ask the Docker registry because the daemon is also having the SonarCube image, right? So the image going to get from daemon itself. So you can observe clearly. So again, I need to run this command. Enter. Okay, I need to change the container name. Okay, I need to change the port number as well. I forgotten to change this. Okay, you are already having the container, so that's why you are not getting container. Whenever you stop this or whenever you remove this container, then again you say this command. If I want to remove this container, how can I remove? Docker RM, you can give the container name, which is my C1 space hyphen F. Okay, clear this. Docker PS is the command to list the containers, all running containers. There is no containers because I deleted the container, right? So I want the image. I want the container 9005. Okay. So see here, as you can see, it doesn't ask unable to find locally, right? It is not showing unable to find locally. Directly given because the daemon is having the image, right? The sonar cube image the daemon is having because previously we got a sonar cube image. Okay. So if the daemon is having the image, it doesn't go with Docker Hub like Docker Registry because the daemon is having the Docker image, right? The sonar cube image the daemon is having. So that's why he will be able to give to the client immediately because he no need to go registry with the Docker Hub and set the image and getting back and give to the client. There is some taking process, right? Whenever you say first time, so then only it is going to ask the Docker registry and get the image to the daemon. The daemon is going to give the image to client. Okay. Whenever you say the command again, it is not going to go with Docker Hub. Directly give the image from the daemon to client. Okay, this is the process we have. So now what I'm supposed to do is Docker PS is the command to list all running containers. Okay, I have a container with this myc4. This is the container ID. Okay, I want to check the Docker images as well. This is the command you can use. Docker images. Okay, Docker image. The SonarCube image we are having, right? So this is the size of this image. So you can observe whether this SonarCube is running or not. How you can observe? It's very simple. You have to allow the port number which is 9005 in the security groups. Click on security groups, inbound rules, add rule. You have to allow 9004, 9005 I think I given. So okay, 9005 I given. So I need to allow the 9005 here. So anywhere, click on save rules. Okay. Now what you supposed to do, just copy the public IP, paste it, and then colon 9005. Okay, you are getting the dashboard, right? So the container is working. Okay, this is the process we are getting got the container, and also we are going to understand some of the containers. Okay, Docker PS, which is to list all the running containers we have seen just now. Docker PS -a, it shows only container IDs. So you can use this command Docker PS -a -a -q. Okay, this is the command to list only container IDs. Docker PS -a -q. Okay, only container IDs you are going to get. Then this command is going to use to list all running containers, including stopped containers. If you have stopped containers, that will also going to show whenever you say ps-a. Okay. If you want to inspect the container, so I want to inspect the SonarCube container. So how you can get it? Docker inspect container ID myc4. Okay. This is the container IP address it is going to show. The network is bridge network. This will we getting understand in further classes. Okay, these are the container details it is going to display. Okay, these are everything the container details we are having. So just clear this. Docker inspect container name or container ID. To navigate, if you want to go with the container inside the container, this is the command you have to use. Okay, Docker exec -it container name, which is myc4. Sorry. Okay, /bin/bash. It is also mandatory. Slash enter. So enter. Okay. Now you are at inside the container, right? Say ls. Okay, this is the way you can navigate to the container. Okay, exit. Okay, now I am in the server. So then Docker logs, whenever you say this command, it is going to display the logs as well. So I will do a separate video for these logs. So just you have to understand what you will be getting. Okay, paste it. The container name is myc4. Okay, these are the details it is going to display. Like which at what IP address this application is going to work. It is going to access, and also when the container created, when the container stopped, when the container started. These things are going to display in the logs. I will do a separate video on this topic. Okay. And to stop the container, if you want to stop the container, it's very simple. So the container is in running state, right? That's why you are getting this dashboard. If I stop this container, Docker stop the container name, which is myc4. You can give the container ID as well. How you can give the container ID? Docker ps. This is the container ID you are having. So just copy this. Okay. Docker stop container name or container ID. In this case, I'm going to give container ID. Enter. Okay. Whenever you do refresh, it should not be work because I stopped the container. Yes. It is not working because I have stopped the container, right? So if you want to start the container, here you can see Docker ps. We don't have any running containers. The Docker ps command is for to list all the running containers. Docker ps-a. It is going to display stopped containers also. Okay. This is the container ID. Exited means the container has stopped. If you want to start the container, it's very simple. Docker start container name myc4. Enter. Okay. And then just do refresh. Okay. It takes some time to start the container. Okay. Meanwhile, you have to understand how to start the container, how to stop the container. Docker system df. Okay. It will be running. We have to wait for some time. Docker system df. Enter. How many images we are having, how many containers we are having. These things are going to display, and what is the size of the image, what is the size of the container. These things are going to display whenever you say Docker system df. Disk free space are going to display. Okay. If you want to remove the container, so okay, you are getting right. The container has started. So if you want to remove the container, how you can remove container? Docker rm. Rm is the command to remove container. Okay. So if you want to list the images, Docker images. Okay, we have the sonar cube image, right? If you want to remove this image, Docker RMI sonar cube. Enter. Okay. Because the container is in running state, so that's why you are unable to delete the image. So first you have to delete the container, then only it is possible to delete the image as well. So how you can delete the container? It's very simple. Docker rm is the remove myc4. This is the container name. Enter. Okay. Hyphen f forcefully. Okay. The Docker container has been deleted, right? So Docker ps, and also this is not working because I stopped the container. I deleted the container, right? So it is not working. So the container has deleted. Now Docker images. Okay. Docker RMI remove image. The name sonar cube. Enter. Okay. Hyphen f deleted. The Docker image has been deleted, right? So clear this Docker images. Okay, we are not having any image over here. This is the process we have, and from tomorrow we are going to understand. We are using here default images, right? The default images we are going to utilize over here. So from tomorrow, how we can create our own image and how we can create the container by using that base image. Okay, these things we are going to understand in tomorrow's class. So you have to understand this concept. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.